I end all of my talks to audiences, and I'll end the talk to this audience in the same way. Particularly my talks about sales and the importance of sales and how you go about doing that with this story. And it's a story that impacted me forever. And that after I had successfully sold the airplanes to Israel, I had later become the program manager in charge of building those airplanes. And I'm walking through the factory every morning at 6:30 to see how the airplanes are coming together. And as I'm walking through the wing shop, one of the older gentlemen came out from behind his workstation and introduced himself and asked if I was Mike Gomez. And I'm like, well, yes. And he goes, I just wanted to shake your hand. I thought, okay, well, thank you. He goes, I understand you had something to do with these airplanes that I'm building. I said, well, yes. There was a lot of people involved. He goes, no, from my research, I understand that you spent a lot of time away from home, on the road, away from your family, leading the sales campaign that resulted in this win. And I said, well, yeah, I was involved, but like I said, there was a lot of people involved. He goes, I think you're being very humble about that, Mike, but what I want to tell you is thank you. And he goes, because of what you did, this production line is going to be alive, and I'm going to be able to get my kids through college and retire in this job. And for that, I want to thank you. And I was shocked. I shook his hand and I said thank you, and I walked away and got back to my office, and I was shaken to the core. I had no idea up until that meeting with that man about the important role I had in my company as the head of that sales campaign. And it forever changed the way I looked at sales. When I was conducting that campaign, I thought it was me versus the other guy. This is my fight against the other guy. I saw nothing beyond that. It's my company, and I'm representing my company versus the other guy. And I'm going to show my bosses and my peers and everybody that we're going to win. But I didn't see it beyond that. What I didn't see were the number of lives that get impacted by a win or loss. That's huge. If I had lost that sale, this person's life would have forever changed. Because who gets impacted when you win or lose new business? It's usually not the management. It's usually not even the sales team. It's the people who now won't have jobs because we don't have enough business to keep them employed. They had no say in how I conducted myself as a salesperson, whether I'd adhered to a sales process that I was trained in or not. They didn't have any say, yet they are the first ones to get impacted. So I shared that story because I want to impact the people in that audience to know that their job as salespeople is huge. There are lives that are impacted by how well they do their job, and they need to take their job in a way that is as serious as that. This is not just a personal accomplishment and look at me beating the other guy. There are downstream impacts of a win or loss, and we need to know that.